These highlights are sponsored by Cala Homes.
This afternoon we're at Beveridge Park, home of Kirkcaldy Rugby Club, for their clash with Berwick in the Scottish Hydroelectric Premier Division 3. An important match for both sides. Kirkcaldy up there in the promotion mix, and poor old Berwick trying to avoid relegation down to the National Leagues. And early on, it was the Kirkcaldy big men who took charge, taking play up to the Berwick 22. Scrum half, Chris McConnell slinging the ball out there to Quentin Sam. Was there something on? Not really, but he made it. My goodness, how did he get there? Skipper Greg Wallace walking back there shaking his head saying, how on earth did the wee man manage that? He certainly did, and that was Kirkcaldy 5 points ahead after only 5 minutes, and Quentin Sam stepped up, converted his own try, 7-0, and even at that early stage, Kirkcaldy looking as though they were going to make their mark on this one this afternoon. Andy Tate popping the ball in, picked up at the back by Grant Young. Ball out into Ben McCraith, long ball out to Max Learmouth. We fumble there and snaffled by second row Matthew Harvey, setting it up for Ryan Keel to have a wee dip at the Berwick defence. Chris McConnell out to Sanft. Oh, and here's the big man. Isn't that a formidable sight? George Mangalo on the hoof, popped inside to hooker Greg Wallace. That must have put the fear at death in the Berwick defence, I tell you. And Quentin Sam keeping the move going. Lovely ball out there to Sean Fisher, and the winger scampering in for the try. After 11 minutes, taking Kirkcaldy into a 12-0 lead. Berwick, well, they started to get a wee bit of territory after that, but Kirkcaldy playing with a lot of confidence, and this time it was fullback Willie Berry coming into the line. Ryan Keel in support. We pop up pass to Mark Wallace, taken on by Craig Wilson. Ryan Murphy there. Oh, I tell you, super hands by the Kirkcaldy pack, and then the ball slung out there by Chris McConnell. And again it is Keel, and out to George Mangalo. They fairly love running out among the backs to these Kirkcaldy front row forwards. But this time, the Berwick defence back in numbers, working hard. Robert Haggerston putting in the tackle there and saving a certain try. Kirkcaldy taking the ball up towards the Berwick 22. A fair bit of power in that Kirkcaldy pack. Slow ball, but it lets Chris McConnell organise his big men. And Kenny Fraser in there. This time the ball back for Ryan Murphy to have another wee dip. McConnell out to Sam. A couple of wee skips and a wee shimmy. And a lovely pop-up pass there to Ryan Keel. And almost another try for Kirkcaldy. But it was only a few minutes before they did get a touchdown. A break off the back of the scrum there. The cavalry arrive. McConnell's pass finds Greg Wallace. His pass finds his front row mate Mark Thompson. Thompson held up, but Wallace is there to finish it off with try number 3 after 25 minutes. Kirkcaldy now pretty well in control of the game. And Berwick, well, you know, it's going to be a long, hard afternoon. Good line-out ball for Kirkcaldy. Craig Wilson thumping into the heart of the Berwick defence. Again, Kirkcaldy giving the ball here. Quentin Samt in control. Lovely wee chip forward by Mark Wallace. Ryan Keel engulfed there by Max Learmonth and Ben McCraith to save the try. But Kirkcaldy with the possession, with the territory, and knowing that it was only a matter of time before they scored again. And it almost came off a lovely wee pop pass there to Gavin Nielsen. Again, Craig Wilson. Very, very close, but held up, said referee David Crutch. And at half-time, Berwick literally hadn't got on the board.
These highlights are sponsored by Cala Homes. Kukri Sports, a sportswear revolution.
Into the second half, and Kirkcaldy now with their eye on a bonus point from this one, which would do their chances of promotion absolutely no harm at all. The forwards trying to get a wee bit of momentum going, helped there by winger Sean Fisher. Edging forward, Berwick trying to regroup, trying to organise, but finally the ball out to Quentin Sanft. And then with Willie Berry in the line, cutting a lovely angle inside there. Wrong footing the Berwick defence. Quick ball coming back for Kirkcaldy. Sanft this time out to George Mangalo, and a lovely pass from Gavin Nielsen, and who was on the end of it? Hooker come winger, Greg Wallace, in for his second try. Sam's kick had the height, it had the length, just dropped over the bar, and after 52 minutes, with that bonus point in the bag, that was Kirkcaldy 24-0 ahead. In fact, pretty well in control, picked up at the back there by Steve Mitchell. Out to Quentin Sanft to Mark Wallace. Lovely pass there to Ian Gillis, coming off his own wing. And Willie Berry in the line, and in for try number 5. This time it was big lock Kenny Fraser who took the kick, and look at the welly he gave that one. My goodness, the ball was still going up when it went over the posts. Big grin in his face, and no wonder. Berwick tried to the end. Good line out take there by Tim Sanderson, and trying to get something going from inside their 22, but nah, it wasn't that sort of afternoon for them, and that was the final play, the ball into touch, and that was the final whistle.
It was a good win for us today. Obviously, we needed the bonus point after last weekend's. We got our win, but we never got a Drossen. Galahad Peebles today. Galahad Perth today. And Perth obviously done us a favour with a win there. Basically puts us top of the league. And everyone, they've got a game in hand and carries us into the Gala game next week with good chances.
That result leaves Berwick still struggling in the relegation zone, but Greg Wallace is quite right. Kirkcaldy moved to top of the table. I tell you what, it's going to be some promotion battle in the Premier 3 run-in. This is Ron Evans for Scottish Rugby Television at Beveridge Park, Kirkcaldy.
These highlights are sponsored by Cala Homes.